Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's put a timer up for Gavin Newsom. Might get extended. Nobody breaks the rules around here. Not even the governor of California. New Zealand rise up. Really? New Zealand's gonna rise up against who? Australia? Who are you rising up against? New Zealand? Who's an enemy? You don't even have any enemies. New Zealand is just an island where people are nice. Switzerland rise up. That is the one thing Switzerland shouldn't do. Their whole shtick is not rising up. There's no conflict. Switzerland Breaking Bad, at this point would be terrible. Brazil rise up. I guess you could rise up. I don't know quite against two, but I think Brazil's like more able. Swiss loser would say that. You think I'm Swiss, or what are you getting at? Love the content, Big A. Keep it up. You know, I was just gonna quit today, but then your message, P. Will, powered me through. I'm gonna do this interview. I was just gonna skip it. I was gonna skip the content. I appreciate that. How many gift subs to ask Newsom a question? Really depends on the question. There's some questions no amount of gift subs would do it, and there's some that I would do no problem. I'll do for 5. How the hell is that? Chat message appear on my screen? Because it's fucking magic, bro. We have next level shit on this stream. Keon, you thought it was just the Big A clips? No, I can fucking zap it. I can zap it onto the stream at any moment. Klarna Q1 losses, thoughts, just part of the process. Harry GNYC, you are a 9-month subscriber here. Your guess as to my answer to Klarna's Q1 losses is to say it's just part of the process? You think I'm some sort of Klarna defender that'll be like, no, you have to just stick it out? But what is that fucking question? No, that's not, I'm not a trust the process guy on Klarna. No, I think it's a terrible business. I think it's a terrible business. I think it's, For the meeting, you should ask him about LeBron's legacy and mog him with your vast wealth of basketball knowledge. Interesting. You think every time it brings up something political, I should pivot and be like, I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about Bron. Okay? What do you think about Luka being fat? Dude, that's actually a big question for California's economy. I want to know, listen, if Luka stays overweight, we're not going to have the influx of viewership and merch sales that keeps LA afloat. I feel like there should be I think the governor should get involved to changing Luka's diet. I think Gavin Newsom should knock the Skittles out of Luka's hand, dude, and put in a broccoli. Like Mark McGuire said, I'm not here to talk about the past. When did Mark McGuire say that? Did someone talk about steroids? And he goes, do you think he has a favorite Big A song? Yeah, it's God Gamer. Gavin Newsom's a traditionalist. He's a big fan of God Gamer. Not a bad choice, by the way. Just, you know, a little boring. Like nothing. He doesn't have a deep cut. No. Anyway, we have a lot to do today. It's actually, I should change my title too, because I'm not just doing the Gavin Newsom interview. There is also a brand new Elon Musk interview on CNBC today where, you know, spoiler alert, he says he's like going to stop political spending. He's desperate, bro. He's desperate. He's fucking... So we're going to watch that interview, see what he says. He's going to talk about his supposed reveal of July self-driving in Austin. Is Newsom in your house right now? Yeah. Gavin Newsom's just in my kitchen fixing up a PB&J, and then he's going to walk in here. No, it's a Discord interview. Discord, which by future forward. All right, Democratic Party, you learned how to install Discord. This is big. What's your plan with the questions? My plan is to start out aggressive to establish dominance. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do this a lot. Every time he's talking, I'm gonna just be doing this, showing off the jawline, and then when I'm talking, I want to demand he pays attention. Pay attention, Newsom. No, I'm gonna go band for band. I'm gonna go band for band, dude. I'm gonna just start laying down bills. Okay, one thing I am going to do is turn off chat when it's live. I do have to do that when it's live. That is a big important thing to do. Will you ask questions regarding the lack of... Yeah, listen, here's my plan. I'm going to just tell you right up. This is my plan going in. It's also Doug, right? We only have 30, 40 minutes, and Doug is also there. So I'm going to get possibly 2 questions. Let's be real. He has to talk. He has to give 5-minute responses. Probably I have 2 questions. So here's what I'm thinking. We're going to open. This is what they want to talk about the most. Trump tariffs are bad. I agree. I don't know if you've seen my content. I agree. So we'll start. We'll just agree that Trump tariffs have been really bad. It's bad for California. It's bad for the country. We'll talk about that. Easy. Then I'm going to ask, listen, I think a lot of people agree that Trump tariffs are bad, and he is polling, pretty substantially poorly in his first 100 days. However, the Democratic Party is polling even worse. And so why, I want to hear your opinion, Gavin, on why you think that is, why, Americans, even as they get more and more upset with Trump's policies, are not necessarily turning back to the Democratic Party. And then once I hear his answer on that, I want to do specifics. This might be Doug, might not be me, but we're going to ask about trains and housing. I want to ask, listen, in my experience, having a younger audience, the number one most radicalizing thing is that they see no realistic path to affording a house. And in California, it's worse than almost any other state. And I want to know, in a direct, policy-focused way, how are we going to get affordable housing? How do we get past NIMBYs? And then I'm going to ask him, do it be shitting? Yeah, that's the next one, Jace. Thanks. Good question. Appreciate that. And then I'm going to ask him if you think 100 men could beat a gorilla. I thought Gavin Newsom was your streamer friend, not a politician. Bro, just wait. In 20 years, all politicians will be streamers, and they will be my streamer friends. Once I'm trying to think, President Beast leads us into the water wars. Once President Beast, yeah, and then we're going to close with high-speed rail. That's my idea. Housing, high-speed rail, tariffs. And why is the Democratic Party polling so poorly? I feel like that's the vibe, but we have limited time, so, I'll get what I get. And then, assuming this goes well, I want to fucking invite Lena Khan on the podcast. That's the overall end goal, dude. Is he willing to make an appearance on White Wednesday if Clint Stevens returns? Clint Stevens had a White Wednesday? What exactly was that about? Fake fan? I guess I am a fake fan. Try to stay in the loop, man. It's your job. I don't remember White Wednesday from Clint. It was a bunch of white guys on Wednesday. Oh, is that when we played Helldivers and stuff? He called that White Wednesday. Also, Mango was in it. Mango's not even white. I don't remember them calling that White Wednesday. I'm not a part of White Wednesday, dude. That was also, again, Mango's not white. So it was not. Big Helldivers update today. Oh, yeah? You think I should just blow off the interview and play a little Helldivers solo? Is that your fucking suggestion? Just tell Gavin, nah, I'm busy. I'm fucking liberating from the aliens. I can invite him to play. It might be a little bit of a Fortnite Friday situation where Gavin gets in here. There should be a lot of technical stuff, Okay, I see. I just streamed the YouTube feed. Okay, YouTube interview.
California.
For sure. Is there a link? Can't really find it. California. Do you think I should ask him if California has gone too woke?
This can't just.
Is that something that maybe I should bring up? Should I ask him if Holly Weird has loaded question? How did this interview happen? They reached out. Listen, Big A hits the movers and shakers. I don't know what to tell you guys. The Big A channel, governors watch it. Presidents watch it. Trump watches it. People watch it. Big A, it's out there, dude. People watch Lemonade Stand. The head of the LCS watches Lemonade Stand. Told me that at a party. Okay? Now, Trump's too scared to reach out, but after this Newsom interview boosts his polling, Daddy T's going to be reaching out as well. Don't forget to wear your MAGA hat. Just 5 minutes into the interview, I pull out a MAGA hat. Sorry. Just want to get comfortable. Joe Biden lemonade stand next? Jack, where's the lemons? I used to make lemonade. No, I don't think we're gonna get Joe Biden. He has Glancer, unfortunately. Big T scared your hard-hitting questions. I don't think there's any question Trump is scared of because he just simply won't answer it. If you ever corner him, he'll just say it's fake news, and if it's anything else where there's an opening, he'll just jump off into a different direction. Please spend the first 5 minutes thanking Trump. It would be so funny. Newt Toot, while I appreciate that would be really funny to you, I'm not going to spend the first 5 minutes of my 30-minute interview thanking Donald Trump. I'm just not going to do that. I understand that you would get a chortle out of it. I don't have a lot of time till this interview, so maybe we just do the interview and then bada bing, bada boom. We got a Newsweek poll 5 days ago. Only 1 in 3 Democrats feel optimistic about the future of their party. I got to bring that up. Most Democrats are cynical about politics. Voters are souring on Trump, but not turning towards the Democrats. So that's what I want to bring up. That's like the main thing that I want to be, I guess, slightly adversarial on, which is like, bro, I get it. Listen, nobody knows more than me that these tariffs are bunghole stupid, and they are souring people on Donald Trump, but why would you think they're not able to capitalize on that? Is the Enron hat $40 because of tariffs? No, that's because of my personal greed. The manufacturer told me we could make it for cheap and sell it for $5, and I said, crank that up to 40. Open with the fact that you read the Financial Times and emphasize that it makes you smarter than him. Okay, interesting strategy. Put him on the back foot intellectually. I could read a Financial Times right in front of him. I could say, wait till I'm done. I could say, let me finish. All right, Gavin. All right. I don't need to talk to a governor when I have the governor of all newspapers. Keep pushing back the interview because you have to push the timer back. So I actually probably do get 1 timer extension. 12 minutes from now is 54. So we'll have 6 minutes still. Ask him why he hasn't run his own crypto scam like Trump. That's actually not a bad idea. How about ask him, look, Trump's got Trump coin. Where is Newsom coin? How are you going to get the funding? Big A, don't stand up to shake his hand. That's how he mogs people on height. First of all, I'm 6'8" and shredded, so I'm not worried about that. Second of all, it's a digital interview, so I won't be standing up to shake his hand either way. Do it anyways and bow. Plus, yeah, it's all hair height with him. It's all hair height. Is he going to call you Atrioc or Brandon? That's actually a great question. I have no idea. When I was in the pre-interview with his team, they kept calling me Atrioc, but they called Doug just Doug. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're Doug, someone calling you Doug feels fine. They did get it right, though. That means they must know something because a lot of people, when they first read my channel, go Atrioc, or they say something, they don't say it right. But they said Atrioc confidently. So they've clearly seen something. If Gavin gets mad at Trump, can you yell year of kindness? These are all such good suggestions. I'm so glad to have you guys here. Do you remember when Trainwrecks called you Atrioc? Every night. Because if he'd have pronounced it right, I could have been gambling with him right now on Kick. He missed his shot. I was so insulted by his mispronouncing of my name that I didn't take the Kick deal that I was clearly offered. How did you get the governor on? The real fucking question is how did the governor get me, dude? I was busy today. I could have been playing basketball right now. The governor got me to get on there and interview him, okay? How did he manage that? You should be asking him. DM him that. Keep yawning and looking at your watch during the interview. Listen, I have real questions that I think are not fluff. Like I want to get answers. I'm not going to just set up, but I also am not going to be an asshole. I just want to ask, I think probably 2 real questions that I think would be difficult to answer on the spot if he didn't have a good answer. When you give a question, quickly jump in and answer it yourself for dominance. Interesting. What do you think about, Governor? What do you think about the epidemic of ligma? What do you think about the epidemic of ligma? Sorry, can I take a sub real quick? Gavin, can you help us get off to a hype train? Gavin, if you don't mind, could you help us get off to a hype train by shouting out subs, please? Listen, if this goes well, it's just an easy, like, all this has to do is go fine. That's my goal. If this goes fine, then we have like a video. I can be like, hey, we've interviewed Gavin Newsom. Do you want to be an interviewee? And then we can open up any number of guests to Lemonade Stand. So that is the plan. Lena Khan would be my goal. I would love to talk to Lena Khan, especially now that she doesn't have any master to serve. You know, she's a free woman, and I can ask about the real challenges of that job and what was blocking them and what she thought. You know, I would love to. We could interview Ron Vara. Actually, I might ask that. Here, I'll make a note to myself. Let's see. Trump tariffs. Peter Navarro, Scott Bessent, Howard Lutnick, who's running the ship there. Packed in California. Polling poorly despite Trump's missteps. People are souring on Trump, but not necessarily turning to the Democratic Party. Democrats themselves are deeply pessimistic about the future of the... Dude, I'm actually so hungry, though. That's going to be a problem. Who does he have winning the NBA Finals? That's a great question. Honestly, so many upsets, it's crazy. So many upsets, it's crazy. At this point, I want the Wolves to win. I don't know what Gavin Newsom thinks, but damn, it'd be so hype if the Wolves won. If Ant Edwards gets a ring, Lakers get de facto second place, that'd be sick. Governor, can you hold for 5 while I make a PB&J I hungry? Listen, I think they would. I'll hold for 5 if I really had to eat. I don't know if I'd have to say I'm hungry. I don't think hungry's the right way to say it. Can you, as the Glistener of California, if we get a move for the fans, what? You didn't even write proper English. Can you, as the Glistener of California, can get move for the fans? Well, Governor, we have to cut this short. I'm getting eepy. Well, Governor, as a Discord kitten might say, I'm getting a little eepy. So let's just call it here. Thank you for your time. Bro, having a super important interview and wears the most regular shirt possible. Like, bro, ever heard of a tie, let alone a collar? It's not a job interview. It's not a job interview. I'm not applying for anything. I'm going to ask the governor questions relevant to my audience. That's the point is it's for my audience. I don't look like a slob. It's a nice, clean shirt. He's not going to roast my fit. I'm going to run back out here in a tan suit. No, dude, I'm not going to wear a suit. No, I don't think anyone's wearing suits. Look, okay. This is the live stream right now. This guy's in a fucking t-shirt. This guy's got a suit. Okay, all right. Well said, but bro, I'm going Steve Jobs. I'm going Steve Jobs. It's a good look. I'm going Jobsian. And I'm going to ask about Jobs, okay? I'm going to say, who do I look like, Gavin? And he's going to say Steve Jobs. And I'm going to say, no, where's the fucking Jobs in California? Okay? And that's called a fucking 1-2. I caught him. What if he says Shrek? Where's the fucking Shrek in California? That's what I'm going to say, dude. I'll just pivot. I'll do whatever. Should you refer to him as the Gavinator in honor of our previous governor? It would be funny if I just pretend he's Arnold Schwarzenegger the whole time. Governor, it's such an honor to meet you. My first question, I guess, is what was it like filming The Terminator? Like, that is so cool that you... Oh, I'm sorry. My notes, I guess, sir. What was it like working with Danny DeVito? Don't forget to say thank you. You should pretend he's Gabe Newell. He doesn't look anything like... Why should I pretend he's Gabe Newell? That doesn't even make any sense. What a stupid fucking thing to suggest. To be honest, most of your pet questions will not come up because we have a short period of time. 2 interviewers, me and Doug, we have like 30 minutes. We're going to get not a lot to be able to be said. So I'm trying to be very focused on what I think are like important questions my audience might be interested in. And I'm trying to make them not so California specific because most people aren't from California. Shocker. So ask him who's more handsome, you or Doug. Bro, Doug. Doug. I'm sorry. I I got a certain thing going, but Doug's fucking, he does like 100 push-ups and pull-ups every day and runs 4 miles, dude. I play a little basketball. Do you think he's running in 28? I think Gavin Newsom is going to try to run. Do they need me to join early? Oh, dude, Gavin Newsom's in waiting room 5. I see him right there. I see Gavin Newsom in waiting room 5 right now. He's in Discord. This is wild. It's wild they're doing it via Discord. Should I just hop in early? What up, Gavster? What up, Gav? Keep him waiting. Yeah, we got 4 minutes. I mean, I was supposed to join at 4. Imagine he's got stream open right now. I'm sure someone on the team does. Listen, it's all part of the process. Democratic staffers of Gavin Newsom, you got to have a little lightheartedness, a little fun. Don't worry, I'm only going to call him the Gavster once. Are you nervous? I guess I'm a little nervous. That's here's my biggest nervous thing, and this won't be his fault really, but like I hope I don't ask too open-ended a question. Then he talks for 15 minutes and then we get nothing. That's my worry. Because I'm not going to cut him off. I'm not going to be like, yo, Gav, shut it. I just won't do that. I want a conversation ideally, but it's not a podcast. So I've never done anything like this. This is a different situation. I'm going to do what I can. Lena Khan is not going, bro. You just wait and see, brother. You just wait and see. We're making stuff happen. I will have to turn you guys off in about 3 minutes because my chat gets broadcast, I think. Anyway, I just need a clean feed for, I mean, guys, you know what you can do? Here's what you can do. Open the chat on the side of your screen. Just open the chat on the side of your screen. I just can't have, Huck. Don't be nervous after you interviewing me. This is nothing. Atrioc interviews Huck. How much time do I have? You think this is a good interview?
Here at DreamHack in Sweden. I'm here with Liquid TLO and Liquid Huck.
Should I open with the big sigh? Yeah. No, that's good. You're right. Well, you're right. Wow, that's the confidence I needed. You were a child? Dude, my hairline's better now. I swear to God. Silencing us to talk to a government official. Officially, you are becoming part of the elite. Yeah, dude. No, you're right. You're right. And that's the plan. I'm going to go in the ivory tower. I'm going to try and get a state-backed tax discount for streamers. That's the idea. Yeah, that's my goal. My goal going into this is to make streamers part of the political elite of California. That way I can, but it's all part of my long con. I'm like Luthen in Andor. I'm trying to pretend to be high society so that I can one day blow up Clancyville. This is all part of the long con, dude. It's all part of the long con. Okay. All right, in 2 minutes, actually, as this timer ends, I'm going to join the call. Is Doug here? Dude, I haven't seen a message from Doug in this chat once, like in 24 hours. Is Doug sleeping? Doug's not live. He said he wasn't going to stream it because his chat won't get it. You know, it's political. It's 30 seconds. Where's Doug? Where the fuck's Doug, dude? All right. Timer off. Text off. Unfortunately, chat off. Sorry, guys. You have to watch yourself. Bye. Bye. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Governor. Glizz to meet you. Fuck. Fuck, that won't work. Moo, Governor. Okay. That's not going to work. That's going to be stupid. He's not going to like that. Notice anything? All right, I'm joining.